Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining. Uh, we'll just wait for another 5 minutes. Our host Santhosh is already on the call. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself, ask him the questions. Today, we've created a meeting link so that you can see each other and also talk to each other as well as your host. Even the chat option is open. Feel free to use the unmute button or the chat option to ask any questions. Hi, Santosh. How are you? Thank you for joining.
Hey Pinkasha, hope you're doing well.
Yes, good to see you.
Same here, same here. How's
Okay.
the week been?
The week's been super hectic.
I understand. Oh my. And the weather
Yeah,
is
the
just
weather
leading
has
to the
been
gloom.
on and off. I travel a lot. I travel 20
Okay.
kilometers every day, up and down. So
Wow.
it's a lot of work there. The commute takes a lot of my bandwidth. Otherwise, work at office.
You commute via public transport or you have your own vehicle?
I have my own vehicle.
Good. Otherwise, in Bangalore, it's pretty hectic. 20 kilometers, not less. In the previous org, I used to do 86 kilometers a day.
Wow.
And when it was school visits, it would even go up to 110, 120 once
Oh
a week.
my God. And
Yeah,
also, I live in Bangalore, so the traffic is too much.
yeah.
I hope everyone can hear us and Santosh. Uh, I think I got a message from somebody that they can't hear. If it's okay, can you rejoin this call again? So, another thing I want to request you guys is to rename yourselves with your first name and possibly your company name so that we know who you are. We can do a quick round of introduction and then proceed. Santosh, you'll have a slide. Can you try sharing your screen?
Let me try that. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
You see a white blank
Yeah. Right now
screen?
it's a blank screen. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So we'll give it another 2 to 3 minutes.
Absolutely, yeah.
How has your week been, Santosh?
Week's been good. Haven't traveled a lot except to go to my daughter's school to drop her and pick her up.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
Yeah. Otherwise, week's been good. Yeah, learning a lot, working on few things,
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
stuff that I had to get done from my home's side that I was concentrating. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay, guys, do you want to share how your week's been? Anything that you are focusing on? What's your thoughts on self-care? How are you practicing self-care? Do you want to share any thoughts? You can unmute yourself and talk to us if you'd like to. The floor is open. I hope my internet is fine. My voice is clear.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
So when we talk about self-care, Santosh, what thoughts come to your mind? Not just that things that we should do, but like what do you do or people in your network or uh, even for me, taking care of everybody around me is kind of self-care because if I feel that everyone around me is happy, I feel happy automatically or they are sane, I'll feel at peace. So that's my idea of self-care. I also have two dogs. So
Wow.
when I take care of them and I see them healthy, active, running around, I feel that everything is fine.
Wow, amazing. So you derive your purpose for self-care from others.
Yeah, I think that's how
It's
I look
actually
at
very
it.
excellent.
But definitely that's not a whole part
The
of
case.
it.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. I think given that we are all Indians. Majority of us would fall into the same bucket as you are right now. For us, our happiness, our purpose, everything that I am is totally dependent on the family,
Yeah.
right? The loved ones, not just family, friends. As you told, pets. I have two pugs, Princey and Nancy. For me, every day that morning 15 minutes that I take them out unleashed, right? They just follow and roam around and come back. And then evening, I take them out post dinner so that I would have a walk and I have my time with my daughter. Now, that's the most important time for me because my puppies are just roaming around and I'm holding my daughter, asking her questions about what went on in school, what's she learning, what's she up to with her friends and stuff. So yeah, for most of us, the moment you talk of self, I think it kind of becomes uh, we look at it through the lens of selfish,
Yeah.
right? Being selfish. So the very word self falls under a very pessimistic understanding. So me, myself, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but many I do see many who do quite a lot for self-care, not just what you and I are speaking about.
Yeah.
I've seen, I have a friend who is a hair hostess who loves pampering herself,
Yeah.
right? Since she's traveling often to different cities around the world, just boarding into the finest hotel, enjoying the finest dinner, and taking care of herself. Spa, this, that. So, yeah, that's one aspect. I have another friend for whom self care is all about hitting the gym twice a day.
Oh.
So, yeah, different people have different understanding of
And
self care.
today we are all about having a like a session about just that's why I created a meeting link so that we can have a more interactive session.
So,
Guys, today we have a meeting link, which definitely means that you can unmute yourself. You can also switch on your videos if you're comfortable. And today we'd like to have this session very, very interactive because it's all about learning from each other about self care, and everyone's perspective and process of self care is very different. But the eventual results are all the same. So we'd love to know your thoughts and go on with this session. And it's also 4-2. So Santosh, if you're ready, let's start and we can take on with the session. But it will be nice to pause in between, know from everybody their thoughts, and I'm sure your session will have a lot of polls and activities to do. So, yeah, over to you, Santosh. Thank you, Dr. Talat, for switching on your video. It's really nice to see you. And yeah, looking forward to more people on the video and audio as well.
thanks a lot, Pinkasha. Good afternoon, folks. I really hope that each one of you are doing well, healthy and hale, and your family members as well, because the climate has not been so conducive or celebrant. Many are falling sick in and around me, in my neighborhood, in my circle. So I really hope that each one of you and your family members are feeling well. If you're struggling and any one of them are struggling, my prayer goes out, and I really hope we all feel well. Uh, just looking at life and the people in and around you, especially in urban context, even speaking about urban context, mainly about Bangalore, right? It's all about running. People are frantically running, right? They are running towards a goal. Some are lost and they are trying to find their way. And there you have, there are some running not for themselves, but to save others, right? Superheroes and superheroines. And then there are a lot of people who are running for their life and running for their love of their life. And then you also have folks who are running out of fear frantically, and then there are many who are running just so that they would escape all the pestering people in and around them. Yeah, and given the context that it's been raining cats and dogs in Bangalore, and the whole of Bangalore has become a pool, right? Many are running away from bad weather, and I really hope that the cyclone and storm that scheduled this night would not really have much damage, especially when it comes to human lives and their livelihood. So, yeah. And then what? We all have our own races to run and win, isn't it? And we are all running at the end of the day, and we are all running not to lose. We don't box into the air not knowing what we are doing. We are not running a race without no check flag, but we are running a race. We know uh, uh, does have a end line, right? And once you've run, what happens? There you go. You're exhausted, exasperated, right? Gasping for air, or struggling to breathe. And hence, let's just breathe. May I request each one of you to just follow my instructions, right? We are going to do a small breathing exercise. So please do go ahead and do what I'm doing. I know I not be able to.
আমাদের মেন
Yes, ma'am. Would anyone like
Sorry
to?
about that. I'll just, yeah. Afzal, are you saying something? Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Then we'll go ahead. Just listen to the instruction and do as I instruct. What we are going to do is we're going to inhale through our nostrils and exhale through our mouth. And you're going to do for the length that I'm going to tell you. Okay. So there you go. Inhale, exhale through your mouth. 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 One last time. Inhale, hold, exhale through your mouth. Now, what we just saw is how in our life we are running for so many things that we want to achieve and see become a reality in our lives, right? And we become tired. We become tired. Only if you just take a break and breathe, right? We would just resuscitate ourselves, rejuvenate ourselves to continue the race, because this race of life never ends until we take the very last breath, right? And that's why we need to take these breaks in our lives so that you just breathe. And I don't know how many of you really felt your body feel different when you were doing this exercise. Basically, because you're going out of your regular pattern of breathing, right? And when you hold on and do the breathing in a pattern given to certain timings or seconds, your body definitely does react differently, because there's quite a lot of oxygen that's going in. And then you are breathing through your mouth and not through your nostrils. So your body relaxes when you do this, right? Your body rejuvenates much more than body, because your heart rate also kind of normalizes, and your brain also gets to have more oxygen being pumped into it. It does stretch your whole being, isn't it? And that is why this afternoon we'll be studying or going through the session of exploring different self-care practices. It could be different things to different people. I would encourage each one of you to just go grab a pen and a paper or even you can use your phone, right? Many of you love using your phone or your tablet to take notes. If you have something to take notes, I would really appreciate it, because it's going to be a very interactive session. I would want you to do few things, and I'm not here to tell what you're supposed to do, because even if you go to a shop, they have different designs and different colors and different varieties. But each of those varieties have different sizes, right? No one shirt or one size fits all of us, and hence different, since we are all made up differently, I would want each one of you to go through the session and handpick those things that would really benefit you, right? And that's the reason I'm encouraging each one of you to go grab something to make notes. And now, to briefly talk about myself, I'm Santhosh Kumar, facilitator with over 14 years of extensive experience in teaching, training, tutoring individuals, groups. I've even taught in government schools for 2 years, because I wanted a break and I needed to do something that would guide me to the purpose of my life, right? So I joined Teach for India, volunteered there, and taught in two government schools for high schoolers. I've made so many friends among those kids. And when I entered the classroom, the first day I thought I'm there to save. I thought I went in with a savior or superhero complex, but then I came out of those 2 years learning a lot, humbling myself, right? And it's been an absolute privilege to facilitate various team building activities and icebreakers for employees from various organizations and even top corporate companies, right? One thing that I really love is mentoring individuals and walking alongside and helping them see the world through the lens of their personalities, right? So yeah, this is something that I do, and I love doing this. So few norms for the session. If possible, if your bandwidth would allow, please do turn on your camera, and then please engage, right? Raise your hand, stop, fill the chat box. If you want to ask something, please engage. Yeah, fill the chat box. Any questions, anything, or anything you'd like to add, please do, so that we will be aware of your experiences as well, and not just mine, or I would look at things only through my lens. Finally, if you feel like speaking, please come off mute, raise your hand, come off mute and speak. We would love you seeing do that, right? And let's go to the activity. Answer the below questions in a notebook or using a app, right? And I'll give you exactly 1 minute. You'll have to quickly note down just the answers, right, of all the 7 questions. Let me see how many of you get the answer for all the 7 questions in that 1 minute. And your time starts in 3, 2, start. Come on.
Folks, do you want to put these answers on the chat?
Yeah, that's welcome. That'd be amazing, actually. Yeah.
Okay, we can go one question by one, like one by one. Your favorite book, do you want to put your answers on the chat?
That'd be great, but then I want them to reflect quickly and
Right.
come back before the time. Yeah. There will be a whole lot of engagement after this. Yeah. Thank you, Pinka. Appreciate that. Your favorite book, last reel that made you laugh out loud. I did that last night when my wife was sleeping. When you met your best friend, can you go back? Can you reminiscence that moment? A movie that changed your outlook of life or changed your life. A tour or trip you will never forget. A person whom you love the most. And what makes them so special to you. And finally, what are you most grateful for today, this day? And your time ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. How many of you got all the 7 questions? Let me see either hands go up or just say me. Type me if you got all the 7 questions. Preeti, very good. Varnika, great. Chityala, great. Mahima, amazing. Wow. If I were to answer these questions in my very first go, it would take me more than 5 minutes. I don't remember things. Amit Kumar, you as well, yeah? Aruna, great. Doctor, amazing. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of you have gotten all the 7. Perfect. Would any one of you like to come off mute or go ahead and type it out? The movie that changed your life or your outlook of life. I'm pretty sure everyone is just curious to know this. Just type it out or come off mute and just tell it. Or if you want to say how that changed your outlook or perspective or life, or just put the movie name on chat.
Movie name is mine. I always love to watch Hum Saath Saath Hain in the Bollywood movie.
Wow.
And because I love to be with my family and I love my family a lot. And in that movie, it was the same uh, plan. That
Wow.
plot was the same. I
Wow.
really, I always keep my family with me together.
Thanks a lot, doctor. Thanks a lot for that. I also see, wow, joke Manoj. Absolutely, bro. +1 to you. Gladiator. Wow. That's a movie to reckon with. Right? Tare Zameen Par. I remember playing this movie for the 8th standard kids in government school. Right? We absolutely enjoyed watching this and we discussed a lot. We discussed almost 2 hours on this movie and we learned a lot. Wow. Thank you, Varnika. Bhag milka bhag. Right? Life is a race. Great. Thank you, Gaurav. Amazing. And now, one other question. Pay it forward came in the year 2000, but I watched it in 2015. Great. Thank you, Pinkasha. Abdul Kalam biography, comedy scenes. Great. Amazing. Thank you, Bhargavi. First time traveling in airport experience. Oh, you put all the answers here. Great. Thank you, Bhargavi. Yeah. May one of you just come off mute and just speak of what you're most grateful for today? You're extremely thankful. It could be a person, it could be an incident, or it could be something that you have, possess.
I want to start. I just wanted to mention that I'm very grateful for the colleagues I work with because they really take the load off me, and everybody is very generous with whenever it comes to seeing me with a lot of work, and they always look after me. So I'm very very grateful for them being in my life. It's a very new
Mm.
company. I've joined it only 6 months ago, but everybody around me are very very helpful and they help me with my work. So one thing that I'm grateful is to them every day. So when I see them, I know that even if I have a lot of work, it will pass.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Pinkasha, for that. Uh, it's amazing to have such colleagues, isn't it? I'm pretty sure all of us would agree. Preeti, burnout session that you had today, I really hope you learned a lot. And this is just going to be an add-on to that, okay? And I'm really hopeful that this is going to be added in your grateful list today. I am alive today, absolutely. Even if you don't have any reason, wow, I'm here, alive, and breathing, right? Enjoying the day. Thanks a lot, Joe. being able to rest when I'm low in health. Today I am, and took a leave. Oh, Varnika, I really hope that you get well soon. God bless. Attending the session, though. Thanks a lot for doing that, taking your time out and doing this. Amazing. We're all grateful, isn't it, for health? I think we are mostly grateful about life and good health only when we become sick, isn't it? That's always a scenario with me. Yesterday was my 32nd anniversary. Wow, doctor, what an amazing thing to share 32 years of togetherness and making memories and building a home. Wow, and being an influence in the society, because at the end, family is the building block of the society. Happy anniversary, Doc. Really, I really hope that you
Thank
have
you so much.
many more years to come.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and you're grateful for your husband. Thanks a lot. Thank you. And I'm sure he is thankful and grateful for you. Yes, it was an eye opener for me. Yeah, true, true. I'm grateful for the life I have. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, the reason I stopped, asked each one of you to do this is we forget to do this. Yes or no? We forget to take a break. We forget to look back and look at all the positive things, all the stairs that lifted us up, right? That brought us up to where we are now. Most of the time, the only reason that you and I would actually look back is to just look at all the bad things that happened, the sufferings, the hardships that you went through, and you're telling that or sharing that to your friends or colleagues or children to teach them a lesson, right? But how many times do we actually take time out so that we would actually reflect upon all the good things that we've been blessed with, right? So I really hope that each one of you, as you were reflecting, had a good time, right? I really hope that you felt good, even when you thought about the loved one, right, whom you so love, and what makes that person so loving and so special to you. I really hope that you felt good as you were answering this. And the objective of this session would be to increase awareness of the importance of self-care, right? Both in our personal and our professional lives. And then to equip us with some practical self-care practices so that we can integrate them in our daily routine. And then finally, to encourage interaction through activities. And you can start actually filling. And I'm really thankful for such wonderful and engaging bunch of audience who are actually filling the chat box. Now, what comes to your mind the moment you hear about self-care? I want you to think about 3 words. And now what we are going to do is we are going to fill up. One moment. There you go. You are now going to yes, you are now going to go to menti.com and we'll be entering the code given here, 59646568. Please take your phone, your tablet, or you can just reduce or minimize Zoom and go there. And once you're ready, we'll start the poll. And as you are doing this, just think about those 3 words, right, that comes to you when you think of self-care. Great. 4 of you have joined. I really want everyone to join. So there wouldn't be quite a lot of self-reflecting, reflective questions. Oh, great. The number is increasing. And now those who already joined, please go ahead and start feeling. What do you think about, or what comes to your mind the moment you think about self-care? Just put 3 words. Good sleep, good food, proud of myself, absolutely. Kindness, gym, satisfied, healthy, walk, great, professional growth, personal life, confidence, love. Wow, great. Professional growth, love, kindness. Wow, great. There you go. Forgiveness. Thanks a lot, whoever put that. We are human beings. We are prone to err, fail, make mistakes. And just a little forgiveness would go a long way in making us happy and those surrounding us also happy. Love, good sleep, kindness, care, gym, sleep. Yeah, great. Thanks a lot for that. And now there you go. What is your favorite physical activity as part of your self-care? Walking, gym, or exercise? Good. Majority. Walking again. Oh, wow. Exercise and walking. Fighting it out. Dancing. Great. We have dancers here. Sports, sleeping. Great. Oh, someone likes fighting with a panda. Taking cold shower. I'm so cold foot to that. I would dare do that. That's the worst thing about folks who are lean and lanky. You can't take cold shower. You can't stand cold weather, right? Wow. Most of us love walking, right? And then many of us love exercising. Oh, cycling, sleeping, and dancing. Great, great, perfect. Now, just be there on menti.com. We will go there again.
Hi, Santhosh.
Yes.
I just came out of the page. Can you just show the QR code, whatever that is again?
Okay. No problem at all. You logged in, right?
Yes, I just came out of the page.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you the number.
Yeah.
59
Yeah.
64
Okay.
65
Yeah.
68. I'm also
Okay. Thank
putting
you.
it on the chat just in case.
Yeah. Thank you.
59 64 65 68. Just be there, okay? Don't go. Don't come out of menti.com. And yeah, I hope you're able to see the slides again. We are back at it. So we did the poll. And what is self-care? What is self-care? Now, let's go ahead and define self-care, right? Self-care is what? Is the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, especially during periods of stress. It involves engaging in activities that promote physical, mental, emotional, and social health to maintain overall balance in life. Now, self-care is all about practicing few things that would actually help you become happy, right? Then, especially during the period of stress, and you will also make sure that your well-being is taken good care of. Yeah. Now, self-care is what? Self-care is more than spa, or it's more than gym and salon, right? It's a balance of various aspects. And if you look at the poll, we could clearly see many of us love walking because that's the easiest thing that you and I can do. You step out of your house, you can start that, right? Whereas gym, you need to hit a gym, you need to get a membership, you need to travel from your house to the gym, and there's quite a lot of physical strain that you need to put in, right? But walking is not that. And for many, right, they think going to a spa, taking care of your beauty, your skin, making sure that you glow, right, throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout all the years in your life, and then hitting the gym and becoming really healthy and hale is the most important aspect of self-care. But it's way, way beyond that, right? So what is self-care and what are some of the practices that you and I can actually explore? The first thing that we are going to look at is physical self-care, right? This is one of the most, and that's exactly what we looked at. And then we have mental self-care, taking care of your mental health. And then you have emotional health care, taking care of your feelings. Because at the end of the day, your feelings, your emotions is going to alter your brain, your mind, your mental state, and then the way you behave and the way you look at life and everything else, right? So feelings is also a very important aspect of our life. We need to take care of our emotions. And then finally, social or relational self-care. How do we take care of our relationships, right? It could be family members, friends, loved ones, right? Colleagues, and all of that. So we are going to explore these four important aspects of self-care. And the first one is physical self-care. I'm going to mention quite a lot of practices here, right? And I would want you to note down that which would actually benefit you, because when I say gym, that may not benefit you, right? You may be a little or you may be too old for that. You may not be in a physical health wise physical position to go to a gym. So just leave out, and whatever is very close to you and you'd be able to do that on a regular basis, just note that down. So what are few activities that can actually nurture and strengthen the body? Exercise, right? Walking, running, swimming, yoga, strength training, all of it that we've mentioned, right? And then stretching and mobility exercise. This also would benefit most of us. Eating a balanced and nutritious diet, because when your tummy is full, your brain is happy, right? When your tummy is good, your brain is happy. And that's why whenever some of us are extremely depressed, we go in hunt of some extremely tasty food and we overeat, right? So yeah, eating a balanced and nutritious diet would actually help your physical and mental health. Staying hydrated, drink plenty of water. Some of us don't drink water at all, and that could lead to way many illnesses in the future. May not be now, in the future. right? So drink a lot of water, get enough sleep, close to 7 to 9. Some of them 6 hours of sleep, they are done. They are up and active for the remaining 18 hours. I don't know how that happens for some, maybe in their genes, their body clock, but definitely not the case with most of us. So good sleep is important. Regular medical checkups and preventive care, especially if you're above 30. If you're between 30 to 35, you'll have to get your body checked, full body checked at least once in 5 years. That is, from 30 to 35, you'll have to get it at least once, right? And then from 40 onwards, you'll have to get it every single year. Now, the longevity of people is coming down, and there's quite a lot of sicknesses and illnesses, right? And pathology and the way the lab and science has improved, they are now able to foresee any extreme illnesses, right? That could come in the future and put you on a preventive course. So it's very important for all of us to consider this as well. And then personal hygiene and grooming, right? Taking good care of your face, your teeth, your skin, your body, right? Even your hair, your head, your scalp, everything about you, right? Just taking good care of that. I think this should be at the top of what we must be doing, because when you're well groomed, when you look good, you also feel good and you feel happy, right? So when you're hygienic, you are healthy and you're away from so many viruses and illnesses. Taking short break during work to move or rest, or sometimes when you're looking at the laptop, just taking that brief 30-second off, so that you would take your eyes off the screen that's so very close and look far, right? Look at things that are far and focus at it for some 10-20 seconds, so that your eyesight and your brain would not be under strain looking at things that are very near for such long time. And finally, restorative practices like massage and acupuncture, right? Not many of us would do this, would want to do this, but yeah, if you have children, if you have spouse, if you have parents, right? My mom would just give me some very good scalp massage that really benefits me whenever I'm having a long day, right? Same goes with my wife. She's expert in giving me neck massage. So when you have loved ones, just look at all of these things. So yeah, and then finally, relaxing baths or showers. Some like it cold, as we saw in the poll. Two of you, I don't know how you do that. That's the worst thing that I can do. But yeah, some of us would love some relaxing hot water bath, shower, right? It relaxes your muscles. And then proper posture during sitting and working, right? You sit straight. You see what could be done. If you need to change your chair so that your body would actually sit straight and not be under strain, right? There are various things that you can actually do or inculcate to make your posture really well, so that you'd have a right posture. Now that many in Bangalore are working before computer, their neck is always crossed towards the screen. So you need to do certain things, right, to have the right posture. I hope you actually noted down whatever would actually benefit you in your physical self-care routine. And now let's go for the next one, mental self-care, right? And now let's go to Mentimeter again. How do you take care of your mind? How do you take care of your mind to promote mental well-being? Come on, just go ahead and choose whichever you regularly or normally do. Or you may not be doing it regularly, but this is something that when you've done, you felt better, right? Or you want to do in the future. So please do go ahead and do that. Wow, meditation tops chat, breathing exercise, journaling, great, prayer, arts, mind-bending games, just few of you. Come on, sketching arts, creative people, great, great, good. We do have some spiritual people here. We have some very disciplined people who journal every day. Amazing. Meditation really relieves your mental stress, isn't it? To just forget about all the things that boggle you up and concentrate on yourself, right? And breathing exercise just brings a rhythm and pattern in the way you breathe, and the rush of oxygen into your brain and the whole body. Yeah, creativity, creative things such as drawing, arts, great. And journaling, this is something that I really love, and I would encourage people to start, because when you go through the entire day, you have something to take stock of. You open your diary. I have this book called My Quiet Time Diary, right, with my name personalized. So I do write every single day. And then there's also monthly plans and other things. So it keeps me in loop. Many of us love technology and have apps your companies have given you, but for personal, if you start using this, right, you'd feel amazing and you will grow each day. I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, when you note down how you felt, what was a major feeling throughout the day, and you note it down, you are actually venting things out, right? And then you also end up uh, thinking about those emotions, how it affects you, how it affects your work, how it affected your relationship, the way you spoke to your spouse, or the way you spoke with your colleagues, right? So when you start journaling and you write down what didn't go well, you're also thinking about what could have gone well, how it could have been made better. So the next time such scenario occurs, you know your brain just automatically goes back to this and then brings out the right thing to do rather than goofing up again, right? So journaling helps a lot. And those of us who are very forgetful and give very less activity to our brains, we must start playing games that would actually uh, challenge our uh, mind, right? So yeah, counting your blessings. Thanks a lot, whoever did that. So yeah, let me stop sharing and share the slide. So here you go. Few activities that you can actually use. Yes. Oh, Mahima, you practice Reiki. Did anyone come off mute? You'd like to share something? Okay, I take that as a no. Now, practicing mindfulness or meditation, deep breathing, start noting down whatever would actually help you. Deep breathing, reading books, articles, engaging in educational content, absolutely. Solving puzzles, crosswords, playing brain stimulating games, limiting screen time. At least have that focus time for your family and work where you will not use the phone or the notifications are off, right? And stop mindlessly scrolling through social media. Journaling to clear your mind and reflect, right? Learning a new skill or hobby. In Bangalore, especially if you're in IT, you need to upskill yourself. Otherwise, you're out of job, right? So keep upskilling yourself. Taking short mental breaks during work. Just sit, stop working, just sit, quieten your heart, your mind, close your eyes, and just take a break. Think about anything else, right? That also benefits us. Practicing time management to reduce stress. When you prioritize things, when you do things with a to-do list, that would be the ultimate thing that would help you in reducing stress, because many of us come under immense stress only because we put things to the last minute, right? We procrastinate. So to come out of such stress, you definitely need to practice time management, and then setting boundaries to avoid mental burnout. Manager brings in another work and says, oh, you're the only guy who is always saying yes, you're the only guy who is an asset in our company, would you do this? Say no, right? Tell them openly that you are going through a lot mentally, physically, and you need this break, right? So set boundaries. Now, I hope you've noted down or are still noting. I'll give you 10 seconds so that you would actually look at things that would actually benefit you. Now, if you go back to Mentimeter, you have an image, right? All you have to do is find the thing that you really love doing for your emotional well-being. It could be yoga, it could be physical activity, whatever is mentioned here, right? Just find that one thing that you want to do and tap on that. Great. Some of you like exercise. Yeah, some of you like to do exercise. Great. Wow. Planting, having a home garden, one person want to sleep, relationship, taking care of your loved ones, right? Yeah. Oh, sitting, relaxing, and reading book. Another person loves sleeping or napping. Great. Doing yoga, engaging with nature, plants. Amazing. Great. There you go. You have people who do yoga, people who do exercise, people sleeping, two of them, planting, home garden, spending time with loved ones, absolutely fills us, right, with joy and happiness. Great. And now, just go ahead and start noting down the things that would actually benefit you in helping you to become emotionally well, right? To have that emotional quotient. Writing in a journal, engaging creative outlets, drawing, painting. Many in Bangalore are now for pottery and other things, right? Do it yourself, practicing gratitude. Have a friend who writes down things that she is happy or thankful for, rolls them and puts them in a jar. Whenever she is depressed, she just opens the jar and reads one after another. It fills her with positivity and good gratitude than be cribbing about the bad things. Crying when needed, absolutely. Men, women, just taking out the emotional release, right? Crying, practicing self-compassion, self-talk, positive self-talk. So many times we are compassionate towards others, but seldom we are compassionate towards ourselves. We beat ourselves, right? For our mistakes, for shortcomings, for failing our loved ones. for failing ourselves. But I think many of you also put forgiveness as an important aspect, right? So we need to forgive not just others, even our own selves, right? Taking time to reflect on emotions, how you felt, and how did that feeling lead you to do certain things, your actions, right? And seeking therapy or counseling for emotional health. You can absolutely go ahead and call a friend. I have a good friend named Nathan. He just calls me up and says, bro, I'm just so down. I feel this, I feel that. You point at certain feelings and say, I'm feeling this. And after that, I won't advise him, neither would he ask advice. We'll just talk about things, right? And that helps at times. And engaging in activities that make you happy. Hobbies, nature walk, right? Just take a walk. And then finally, letting go of perfectionism and setting realistic expectations, right? Some of us need to plan things out, especially our timing and time management. And some of us who are extremely perfectionists should just let go of perfectionism so that you would not beat yourself, right? If one thing doesn't get ticked off. So, yeah. And then finally, we'll look at social and relational self-care. I hope you're noting down things. Spending quality time with family and friends, having meaningful conversation with loved ones. As I told you, right, I focus my evening time with my daughter during the walk that I have with my pets, right? There's so much happening. So even with my wife, there's that 10 minutes. She says, you are going to come and sit with me and listen to everything that I'm going to share, right? And she would say, at that time, no phone, no screen. So just see how we can actually build such ecosystem so that you would have meaningful conversation. For us, that 10 minutes is more than sufficient throughout the day, right? So have such meaningful conversations, joining a social group, club, community, go volunteer if possible, right? And help others. Reach out to a mentor, have a mentor or a coach for support. Reconnecting with old friends and acquaintance. You should absolutely start doing this. I just randomly text my school friends or college friends and say hi, what's happening, and we speak about college days and all that, right? So at the end of the day, all these things that we are doing would actually help us become socially active, right? And this would actually keep depression away. Either depression would keep you away from social life, or social life will keep you away from depression, right? So social life is an absolute need. I'll tell you why. Because there are people who would hold us accountable, isn't it? I like my mentor calling me up and telling, what happened? We haven't met for past 3 months. Come over. And we sit down and go through what we are reading together, what we are working on together to upskill and other things. And you pointedly say, this goal that you have, you did not fulfill it, you did not achieve it, right? So holding people accountable also matters. So please, as much as possible, look at every aspect of socializing and building your relationship with your loved ones, even if it means just taking your car or your bike and going on a long trip with your loved ones, just enjoying the roadside charts or food and then tea. Just do anything and everything possible so that you would have your social batteries full all the time, right? And now we are going to conclude. Why is self-care important? Because at the end of the day, it increases resilience. No matter what, no matter how many blows you take, how many times life lets you down, people let you down, you are resilient. You stand up, right? You are wounded, but not dead. You are hurt, but not dead. You are alive, and you will pursue, you will push, right? And you will continue running the race. And taking care of all these 4 self-care aspects would make you resilient mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. And then it keeps your motivation level always high. And then your ability to cope with some emergency situation or some depressing or hardship. It could be a health emergency, or it could be a financial struggle, or it could be some even losing a loved one. This afternoon, I was speaking to my old friend who lost her Labrador dog, right? And she and her daughter are going through uh, uh, very hard time. And I keep telling them, just stop worrying. Just look at all the good times that you had with Beam, the dog, right? And cherish them and be grateful for all those good times that the puppy just gave you, right? And you will be able to cope up. So there are people who actually go through all of these things. And when you take care of all of this through self-care, now imagine you just sit down and start journaling and you start writing letter to even the past one, right? What happens? You're pouring out everything that is so piled up in your mind that you're venting everything out. And when you've journaled and you've written that letter to the loved one whom you're missing and have left you on this earth, let me tell you, you're really coping up. You are learning to live in reality and accept the reality as it is, right? And when you meditate and when you're grateful for all the good things and good moments that you had with them, you're coping up well. Your ability to cope well increases. So ultimately, it increases what? Your resilience, your motivation, and your ability to cope with stress. And now, without self-care, we may experience two things, two important and major things: burnout and compassion. What are these two things? What is burnout? Burnout has been described as the state of psychological, emotional, mental, and physical, and even spiritual exhaustion from what? From chronic involvement in work, right? This is what burnout is. And if you are going through any of these, let me tell you, you will have to start your self-care routine practices. And then finally, you have compassion fatigue. This is psychological and physical fatigue. Simply tells you, you are more than willing to forgive others than yourself, right? And you are heavy upon yourself. You are judging yourself. You should stop that. And ironically, to finish, right? Self-care actually leads to the happiness of those around you. When you take care of yourself, those around you are happy and are taken care of in a way better way than you can think or imagine. Now, if you are not taking care of yourself and not doing all these self-care practices, that would definitely affect you first, and your life and your shortcomings and depression would actually affect those loved ones in and around you. So finally, I would like to leave you with this. This happiness leads to the happiness of those around you. If there's any question, please go ahead and shoot it out or put it in chat. Or you can just come off mute and ask. And if there's anything that you would like to share, please come off mute and share. It'd be amazing to hear from others.
Karda.
Yes, Anil, you'd want to share something?
Yarge.
We can't hear you, Anil, if you're trying to speak. Okay, I know you're trying to speak, but it's so muted, we can't hear you. Would you mind putting it on chat? Yeah, thanks a lot. Finally, let me give you the hack. for you to understand self-care and give much importance to it. Look at it through the lens of your body, right? Physical body. First and foremost, rest your body. Rest your body. Rest is not only about sleeping. I may just sit in a couch and feel comfortable and I'm resting. And my body is actually recovering, right? And I'm relaxing and I'm feeling comfortable. Rest your body. And secondly, move your body. Walk, gym, stretch. Do whatever possible to keep your body in the movement, right? So that you would be physically active and fit. And finally, the outwardly experience of your body. What do I mean by outwardly experience? I'm not speaking about some ghosts or spiritual realm or world. I'm just talking about your body just feeling the breeze, right? Or you being in the midst of nature. Sometimes just being in the middle of nature, spending some time with the plants that you have, the pets that you have, would actually bring in so much refreshment into your life, right? The other evening, when the climate was extremely gloomy, I was equally gloomy and sad. I just told, I'm getting out of this. I went to the terrace. I started looking at the rainy cloud. I started enjoying the breeze, cold breeze, and I was just there for 10 minutes. I felt way, way, way better. And let me tell you, I have a tenant who works in a uh, beauty parlor, spa, right? And her husband works as a painter. Uh, he takes painting contract. You know what? These couple I've seen every week on Saturday on the terrace near the place where they wash clothes. They both sit together and cut their nails together, speak, share everything, right, to each other. And husband and wife both file their nails, and husband also sits and does pedicure, manicure, and all the thing that the wife does, and they do it together. uh, One thing that I learned is you shouldn't be extremely rich for you to enjoy the luxuries, right? And at the end of the day, luxury doesn't mean self-care. You can just take care of yourself in an amazing way while being at home, right? Yeah. If there's nothing, I'm done, and I give this time over to Pinkasha.
Thank you so much, Santosh. Really nice to hear you talking for so long. And we're just right on time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much, guys. We are still here. If you have any questions, still unmute yourselves, ask us. Or what we'll do is, we were a little late on sharing the recording of the previous session. We had some issues with our YouTube, which I'm very sorry about. The session recording will be up by Monday on our YouTube channel. And Santosh, I'll also separately share it with you. So thank you
Yeah.
once again, everyone, for being part of this session, and see you next time.